So where you are now, as far as your openness, um, was it always like that whenever, with what you were raised, like with your family originally, and your upbringing? Were they more conservative, or were you guys open like that? Or do you think you just came into your own as you got older?
When I was growing up, I grew up in a very small Hicksville farm town, basically in Vermont. So
Uh-huh.
you would think that I would be closed-minded, but my parents actually raised me when it comes to sexuality and racism and things like that. I was very open-minded.
Okay.
Um, and I've always been open-minded, but I've always been, even since I was like little, I've always been really independent. So like
Hmm.
even if this person thought something or one of my, role models was a certain way, I never felt like I had to conform to that. I actually like participated in catechism. I was raised Catholic, not until I was like old or anything. I kind of was like, I don't want to do this crap anymore when
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like 12 or 13. Um, but, my parents were very good about letting me be who I was and not trying to form me into somebody. And they definitely did teach me to be open-minded. My mom's actually the first one that I told when I decided that, wow, this is actually a real thing. Like, I'm really going to do this for real.
Uh-huh.
And
How'd
I
that
honestly
go?
thought she would be a little bit more open to it.
Really?
But she was like, oh, you're a stripper online, type of thing. And it took her
Uh-huh.
like 2 or 3 years to be like, okay, um, and to see all the positive effects that it had on my life as a mother and,
Hmm.
even as a daughter. I mean, so she's definitely turned around. I never thought she would kind of be upset about it like she was, but
Uh-huh.
it was her same thinking, the same as closed-minded America. Oh my gosh, you're a mom and you're, doing this. What about your 2-year-old? And it's like, I'm trying to provide for him, and I'm doing a lot better job than I was
Right.
being Annie, not ever knowing if I was going to have stability, or being a teacher and being miserable
Hmm.
because I've got 5 kids over ratio with no aid, and I'm just pulling my hair out and hating something that I used to love to do.
Uh-huh.
Doing something that you love for an income is such an undescribable feeling, and I worry and wonder about what would happen if I would ever have to be forced for some reason or the other to like go back to
Uh-huh.
working for somebody else. But in this industry, I really don't think that's ever going to happen.
Hmm.
There's a place for everybody. I'm going to be, I'm going to turn from a MILF to a GILF. And then who knows, there may become a time when I don't ever have to be in front of the webcam or be in front of the camera. And I'm
Right.
just running my own brand and my own company. And that's kind of what my goal is. And
Uh-huh.
when people ask me, oh, when do you think you'll ever get out of the industry? I'm like, the industry's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Hmm.
So neither am I.
What are you most excited that you're working on right now? And what do you see for the future as far as your business and the adult industry for you?
In my future in the industry, unless I marry a millionaire, no, just
Hey, don't knock that
I, I
possibility. And no
actually,
judgment, too.
you know what? You can sit here and say every girl's dream is to like be a gold digger and this and that, but believe it or not, I've actually passed up a lot of men with mega money that want to just lock me down because I'm like, I got my own thing going on.
Right.
I
And
don't want
also,
to.
if it's not there, it's just not there. It doesn't matter how good looking they are, how attractive. Oh
Just
God, that
okay.
that that oh, that raises another question, but we'll get to that in a second.
Okay, okay, so yeah, in the future for me in this industry, I would definitely like to grow my brand a little bit more. I am working on a secret project that I feel like will really help a lot of people in the industry, because there is nothing like it at this time, and I can like secretly tell you if you want later. But
no hints though. You can't give us any hints as to what
it has to do with clothing.
Okay.
And shoes and club wear, cam wear, stuff like that.
Okay. Emphasis on shoes with a shoe fetish, right?
Oh my gosh, girl, I have so many shoes, and they just keep coming and coming, and it's like, you know, if I don't buy them, it's not that bad, right? If they come from my wish list, who cares if I have 150 pair, right? You know.
Do you have a lot of shoe fetish people that are following you, like that? Do you get those?
Fetish, nylon fetish, but I haven't really ran into a lot of heel fetish.
Okay.
And for me, it's not really a sexual thing at all.
Yeah.
But so I have that going on, but that's like kind of a big project. I want to really put a lot of effort into it. And when I build the website, I want it to be solid. I don't want it to be like a wiki site or something like that. And there's no like, or Wix or whatever it's called. I've built websites like that before, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like this is going to be something that's so needed in the industry and so big that I feel like I need to spend time and work with a web developer to even start it. But so that's going on. And like I said, I'm a helper. I like helping people. And I actually do have a studio as well called Bottoms Up Models. And that's just like another little piece of my, you know, what I do in the industry. But what was happening is I was helping these new webcam models who were asking me for advice and stuff like that. Helping them and spending a lot of time helping them build their brand, telling them about videos. And I was doing it for free, and a lot of times, like, I wouldn't get any sort of thank you or anything, and they would be making, like, $30,000 a month, and they're like, what do I have? You know? So I decided, you know what, I'm really good at this, and every model that I've helped, I don't know if it's just a coincidence or not, but they're progressing and they're big, and maybe it's because of, you know, the things that I told them. I feel like I have a little system as to how to start off, where to set your price points, the more important things. The more important thing, I'll just say the more important things in the beginning of your cam career is not how much money you make.
No.
It's building up other things so you can become a popular first page model, and then you can gradually start making more money. And that's a big mistake that a lot of, you know, first time models make. Everybody wants to think they're a 9.95 a minute model right from the start. And I'm not saying that you're not, you know, but there's a certain way that you kind of have to do it. And I feel like my method works, and hey, why not? So I started doing that as well. And then I'm doing the producing. So in the future, whenever I feel like it's necessary, or feel like I can, or feel like I'm really sick of kind of being in the forefront, then probably what I'm hoping to do is just kind of be in the background, helping new models get started, being more of a trainer, a guider, you know, somebody to look up to as a professional, as somebody that's mature and reliable, because there's so many people that aren't in this industry, somebody that's not shady, somebody that's not going to make you try to work for pennies and then take 50% of the already measly sliver of income that you get. And also with the producing, you know, I'd like to just build up my producing to where at a certain point I can just be able to hire models. And, you know, kind of just be in the background. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. And I may be perfectly fine with it never happening, because I've never had a problem with being in the spotlight. And my fans like me because they want to see me. You know, for the future, I definitely feel like I'm just going to continue to grow and build my brand and help other people. And if I can if I can survive on just helping other people and doing what I really enjoy, what more could you ask for?
Right. I think that's what a lot of people are looking for, right? But some just never find that.
Yeah, you have to have like a lot of drive, determination. You have to have the right amount of intelligence and professionalism. And unless you work on that type of stuff, then you won't really make it far. You know, you can't get far in the industry by scamming people and, you know, tricking people and being shaky and being unprofessional. You can only get so far.
It's a tight-knit community, right? It's a very tight-knit community. People will talk to other people.
I want success for everybody. I'm not hating on another model or accusing somebody of stealing my ideas. Oh, hey, you like my idea? Dude, let's collaborate and make money together. You know, I don't try to put anybody else down necessarily unless I really feel like somebody is doing something ethically wrong. And then I kind of like, you know, handle that on my own. But you have to really just have good karma and want everybody to succeed and not be jealous or insecure, you know, in this industry. You'll only make it so far by being one of those type of girls.
Right, and I think people will see that. I mean, it's so apparent even just through things that you say on social media, things that are on your mind that you say when you're on cam. I mean, it gets out there, and people can pick up on that, even though there's a screen between you, you know.
It's so hard. You know, we're girls, Patty, we're drama-filled, okay? But it's like, keep it to a minimum. Everybody makes mistakes. I've definitely said some things on social media where I'm like, oh, my God.
The beautiful thing about working at this capacity where you have, like, you know, devices and computers, like, you can put a little bit of a filter on yourself. So it's like, hang on a second. Do I really want to say this? Am I going to regret this 24 hours from now?
You know? I've definitely typed tweets sometimes and then being like, and then being like,
save his draft. Save his draft and maybe later. Okay, so let's get into the good stuff here, Vicky. I'm getting pretty close to my limit here. But let me get to the good stuff real quick.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm excited.
No, I love it. It's full of information. But I want to know, so in your personal life, what is your status right now? Are you dating? Are you seeing anyone in particular? You know, give us the goods, Vicky.
Oh my gosh, did you just make me blush? That is very hard to do.
Yes!
Very, very hard to do.
I'll put a filter on it later.
Okay. Okay. I will start off by saying this about myself and relationships. I am a snail. I'm very slow moving in any type of relationship, especially now that I'm a mom, because I don't feel it's cool to bring people in and out of a child's life. But I have actually been seeing somebody just for about only a year, you know.
That's good though. That's a good amount of time to get to know somebody.
Yeah, it hasn't been a full year, but pretty close to a year. And I just pretty much admitted a couple months ago that it was a little bit more than a fling. Okay. So technically, yes, I am seeing somebody. He is vanilla. He has a corporate type job, but he actually met me through somebody in the industry as Vicky. So that was really cool, honestly, because it was like, you know, he knew what I did. He knew what I was right off the bat. And then he's like, wait, you're telling me you actually, this is like just a persona. You're like, you're this cool as Vicky, but then you actually have like a regular, real, awesome, interesting life outside of Vicky. It wasn't the other way around where they meet me as my real self and then I have to introduce them to Vicky and what Vicky's about and what Vicky does, because not everybody is accepting of that. And he is, for the most part, he's real cool. I mean, he's been to events with me.
What? Okay.
He doesn't to say things without thinking. Like, he's just kind of really inappropriate, and he already knows that about himself. So I'm, like, smacking him if we're at, like, you know, Fetish Con. And so, let me tell you a funny story. We were at Fetish Con, and I was working for a latex, the latex store, latex booth. And so I fit this cross-dresser in latex. So we were at the pool party later, and my man was with me, and we see, God, what was her name? It was, I forget her name. I want to say it was Jen. But we see her, and he's never been around a cross-dresser, a tranny, anything like that. So he's talking to her, and, you know, he's like, well, I don't know if I should call you a dude or a chick or what, you know. And of course,
that's innocent.
Very, like, laughing it off, like, young vanilla. Like, you know, but then he was talking, and he says dude a lot, so he kept saying, blah, 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 dude. Oh, sorry, I mean girl. And I'm like,
oh, God.
Just relax. Nobody cares. We know you're vanilla. We know you're inappropriate. We know you're kind of, like, dumb about all this fetish stuff and industry stuff. Just, like, go with the flow, you know?
Yeah,
don't
just be yourself.
Like, have to, like, you know, act a certain way around this person because they're a dom, or act a certain way around this person because they're a cross-dresser, or act a certain way around this person because you don't know what the hell they are.
Baby steps, though, right? At least he's, like, conscious about it, you know, that, and he wants to be, like, respectful. That's good, but yeah, be yourself. That's super cute, though, that you guys are going to events together. So you're nominated for 2 awards for XBiz coming up next month, or this month.
I am.
So will we see him with you maybe at that show?
You know, I'm
totally going to be looking.
I don't think he'll be at that show. Okay. I am staying with a good friend of mine who is actually a photographer. So we're kind of like just hanging out together, and I don't know, I feel like it's not necessary for him to come down because it's going to be, you know, whereas AVN or something like that is more fun-based, and he can actually have stuff to do, too. I feel like XBiz is more of a, you know, business type of thing. Yeah. So I wouldn't want him just, like, being left out or just tagging along type of thing. Yeah. So I don't know. He may come down to escort me to the awards, but I'm not exactly sure. I may just take my photographer and say, you know what? You've done enough.
Needless to say, we'll be looking, and I will ask too. But I'll be sure to slip it to you on the down low. So, tell us where we can see you next. I mean, I know that there are a lot. You said FetCon is coming up, so real quick, give us like where we can see you and where we can find you as well.
Okay, so I will be attending XBiz because I'm up for 2 awards, Best Fetish Cam Model and Best MILF Cam Model. Yes, I will be attending that. I will also be attending Fetish Con, which is right in my area, so that's awesome, in August. I always go to AVN, and sometimes I go to some of the Exoticas, although I haven't been going to many of them. But you can find me all over social media, and instead of like naming off all my handles, I'll just say Google me, Vicky Vixxx, VICKY VIXXX. Yes, triple X. And you'll be able to find everything.
Website.
Stuff will pop up on me. Yeah. But my website where you can find everything is therealvickyvixx.com.
Okay, so creepers, take note where you can find her, and really just Google her.
All the creepers.
All the creepers are welcome. Vicky, thank you so much for taking the time today to talk to us, and I'm looking forward to seeing you here in a few weeks as well at XBiz. If you don't mind, may I get a couple of just real quick stills? Just look right into the camera and pose for about 5 seconds. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much, sweetie. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead.
You too, honey. It was nice seeing you. See you at Xmas.
I know. See you soon. Bye.